Hello, welcome to another week's reading vlog. It's Tuesday. I did not vlog yesterday. I didn't start vlogging yesterday. I just couldn't, so I didn't. I did edit and upload last week's vlog yesterday, but I didn't do a whole lot of anything else. So that means I have not yet started my first read for the Myth Take readathon, which started yesterday on the 1st of June. It's now the 2nd of June. But my first read is Dark Whispers. This is the first book on the mercenary path for an anticipated read, I think. I don't have the sheet to hand, it's wedged down that corner, I can't be asked to get it. But this is the sequel to Bright Storm by Vashti Hardy, and I'm very excited to dive into this. I had hoped to read this one in one sitting like I did the first one, and I had hoped to do that yesterday, but I didn't. And I mean, I could try and do it today, but it's a little bit bigger than the other one, so I might not manage that. It's 429 pages. I don't know, we'll see what I do. But Dark Whispers by Vashti Hardy is gonna be my first read, and I will be starting it shortly. However, I got my fairyloot box, and I thought I would open it, because I am not going to do a separate video for it, so I thought I'd just open it here. Got my little scissors. But yeah, let's open it. I don't know what month this is, or what the theme was. It's that one. Let's see. Oh, this is the April box. So we're still missing the May one, alright. April, and it's Memories. So let's see what we got. First thing I see is this. I think this is going to be a washi tape. Oh, it feels nice. Is this Daughter of Smoke and Bone inspired washi tape? I think it is. It's got like the gold feather, the paintbrushes, and the little eye. I think it's Daughter of Smoke and Bone washi tape. I just saw this little poop. These are emoji sticky tabs, and they have emojis on it. This doesn't seem very fairyloot, but okay. They are exclusive for fairyloot. Alright. Next up is this little pouch. Oh, and it has the pin. That's a pretty pin. What is that? Memory vial pin. I don't know what a memory vial is from, but I like the pin. It's very pretty. We have a fabric item that I feel is going to be a pillowcase. Oh no, it's a tote bag. Oh, it's a big tote bag. What is this? Oh, the Court of Terrasen. This is Throne of Glass, I believe. The other bag like this from Fairyloot is my favourite tote bag, so I am so happy to have another one. Oh, it says something different on the other side. So they can look up at the sky no matter where they are, and know Terrasen is forever with them. Yeah, I like this. I like the style of this. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Throne of Glass, but I like this bag. I'm a fan of that. Next is a box. Is this the next secret thing? Secret box book thing? Oh, this one's pretty. Volume 3, and it's got like a flying key on it, and it's got quotes, memory related quotes. Remember that you are a wolf and you cannot be caged, Sarah J. Maas. Memory is a traitor from J. Christoph. Lovely, lots of memory quotes in there. We then have the tarot cards. Oh, is this Manon and Dorian? I think it might be. 5 of Cups and 6 of Cups. Lovely. There's something else here as well. I almost missed this. It's a pin banner. It's a pretty pin banner. I like this. I like the silver foil. It's got a little lion on it. I don't know what the inspiration is on this one. I don't know where I'm going to hang it either, but I like it. And before I spoil myself for the book, let's see what it is. Oh, it's got lovely sprayed edges. That's the back. Ta-da! Incendiary by Zoraida Cordova. I don't know what this is about. I really like the cover. I like the red with the red sprayed edges. I assume that's probably an exclusive thing. Oh, that's pretty as well under the dust jacket. And of course, art as well. Lovely. I am happy with this box. Right, I am going to tidy up and chill out, listen to some Narnia music and read, probably. So I'll check in with you whenever that is. Hello, it is Wednesday. Last time I spoke to you, I said I was gonna start reading Dark Whispers for Myth Take. As you can see, I have not done that. I could not bring myself to do that. I did not feel like it. As much as I think I'm gonna love this, and as much as I'm looking forward to reading this book, I just couldn't do it now. Now is not the right time for that. I could not turn myself off from everything that I can see happening on Twitter. The protests going on, you know, the fight for justice. I could not turn myself away from that and read something, you know, as light and fun as this and pretend that the world is not crying. So I didn't. Instead, I wanted to take this time to educate myself a little bit, read something important, hear an important voice that will be, you know, important to my understanding and my knowledge. So instead, I decided to read Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race by Rennie Edo-Lodge, and I've just finished that. So I read half of it yesterday, half of it today, and I'm so glad that I've taken this time to read that. Definitely an important read. I read it on ebook because the physical copies of it are entirely sold out. That is incredible. Like, clearly, I think that goes to show that there are a lot of people that are wanting to learn and wanting to understand. And I'm very glad that I took the time to read this and to learn. And it really did highlight some things to me, especially about how Black British history is not taught to people in Britain. You know, I'm British, I've gone through the British school system. Black British history is not taught, and there was a lot that was raised in this book that I was completely unaware of because it's just not part of the curriculum, and it needs to be, because it's such a big chunk of history that we just ignore. Like, we learn more about America's history than our own in regards to that, and that's just, I can't understand why. The curriculum is sorely lacking there. But yeah, it was definitely something that I am glad I've taken the time to read. It has highlighted things to me that I, as a white person, would not necessarily have thought of. Of course, I'm aware of the fact that as a white person, white privilege is written all over me. I have the life that I have today because of the colour of my skin and the way that the system is set up to benefit people that look like me. But it just highlighted so many ways in which the system is set up to benefit white people and not change for black people. It's wild, but I'm glad that I've taken the time to start to educate myself, and by no means does reading one book mean that that's not the case. I will be joining in the Blackout buddy read hosted by Books with Shay, which is White Rage and White Fragility are both being read for that, and I do have the ebooks for those as well, and I'm looking forward to doing that. I think it starts on the 5th, which is in a couple of days. Before I get into whichever one of those is coming first, I want to read something a little bit more lighthearted, by no means meaning that I'm turning my back on everything that's going on, because staying aware, being informed, signing the petitions, spreading the awareness is still incredibly important, and I still will be doing all of those things. But I read a non-fiction book, which is something I don't normally do, but I'm glad that I have, and now I'm going to read a bit of a lighter middle grade. I'm going to completely ignore my TBR and read Maya and the Rising Dark by Raina Barron. Raina Barron is the author of Kingdom of Souls, which I have not yet read, but really want to. But I was approved for a NetGalley arc of Maya and the Rising Dark a couple of weeks ago now. I don't think it comes out until like October, but I fancy it. I want to read it. So I'm gonna read that. I don't know how long it is, but I'm excited. It's got African mythology in it. Exciting. I think it's about a young girl whose father goes missing, and then something to do with African mythology and a sinister underworld. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna read Maya and the Rising Dark now, and hopefully have fun with that. Hello, I have barely vlogged this week, so this week's vlog is gonna be real pants. I'm sorry about that. It's Saturday now, it's like 3 o'clock on Saturday. I have not read a whole lot this week. Obviously I read Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race earlier in the week. I then started reading Maya and the Rising Dark by Raina Barron, and I'm still like halfway through that, so the plan is to finish that this weekend, because it's Saturday now, so I have today and tomorrow to hopefully finish that. And I'm also going to make a start on White Rage, I think, as well. I can't remember who that one's by, Carol something. It's on my iPad, because I had to get the ebook of it, obviously. So yeah, the plan is to finish Maya and the Rising Dark, at least, which I am really enjoying. It reads very like Percy Jackson-esque, like it's quite funny, but also not funny because monsters and horrible things, but like in a funny sort of way, you know, in a Percy Jackson-esque sort of way. I like the way it's written a lot, I'm enjoying that, so I'm looking forward to reading more of that. I just have lacked the motivation to read it. Or to read anything, really, because I debated like picking something else up physically, because I thought, oh, maybe because it's on my iPad, that's why I'm not reading it, because it's an e-arc, but it's not that, so I'm gonna go and try and read some more of Maya and the Rising Dark. Maybe make myself a cup of tea, because I'm really cold. The weather's been real miserable, and I don't know if maybe that's playing a part in it, because it's been like so warm and sunny, and this room's been like a sun trap recently. It's been really nice to sit in here and read. But it's just been like thunder, rain, grey and miserable. Just need to snap back into British weather mode. I'm gonna go and try and read something and try and up the content of this vlog, I suppose, because it ain't looking great. I told you it was always grey and miserable. Literally. Chucking it down. Hello, it's Sunday. This vlog's been shit, I'm sorry. But I've nearly finished Maya and the Rising Dark, so I'm gonna go and do that. I think I've got like 25% left, so I'm gonna finish it. And then, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we won't worry about that. We'll just finish the book first, because that is priority right now. So I know I said I was going to read the book, but I came back downstairs and then Jake wanted me to cut his hair, so I did that instead. Why are you so low? Come back higher. So yeah, I ended up cutting Jake's hair. But I'm here now, I'm going to read it. I'm up to chapter 21. I'm enjoying it. What I am finding, I'm sure I've already mentioned it in this vlog, that it's very like Percy Jackson-esque, but like each of the chapter titles feel very Percy Jackson-esque. Like this one is I Learned to Keep My Cool. There was one a little while ago that was I Nearly Become Bird Food. Like it feels very Percy Jackson-esque. Do you know what I mean? Also, young girl learns that she's like half god offspring coming into some sort of magical power. Big, bad, dark monsters coming to threaten her and her family. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but I'm enjoying it, so I'm going to carry on and hopefully finish it. Because as I say, I've got like 25% left. So I'm going to do that now. Hi, I've been a shit vlogger this week. I'm really sorry. But I did finish Maya and the Rising Dark by Raina Barron, so there's a success. It does mean I've only finished 2 books this week, but you know what? That's fine. Final thoughts on Maya and the Rising Dark. I put it through Core Pile and it came out at a high 3-star, like it was just on the cusp of becoming a 4-star. And that does feel about right for me. I enjoyed it, I had a fun time with it. The adventure of it was fun. I loved the African mythology in there with the Orishas, the like gods in African mythology, because I don't think I've actually read anything before with that mythology in it, so that was really cool. And I definitely had a fun time. I enjoyed our characters, I liked the friendships, and I really loved the adventure. It just didn't like hit me in the feels very much. I didn't feel very emotional about it at all, but it was definitely a fun story and I liked the magic and stuff. I did mention before that it felt very similar to Percy Jackson. Not similar in a like rip-off sort of way, not at all, just that it definitely has similarities. And because it was an e-arc, I did actually write a review on NetGalley where I summarised this. 1. The story follows a young godling, child of a god and a human, coming into their powers and learning about the godly side of their parentage. 2. The chapter titles were similarly structured, i.e. I nearly become bird food. Like, the chapter titles summarise something that happened in that chapter in a very like sarcastic, funny sort of way, which is very similar to what Rick Riordan does. 3. Inclusivity and diversity of the cast of characters. That, yeah, stands for itself. I don't really need to explain that, do I? Like, it was a very inclusive and diverse cast of characters. 4. The writing style, humorous in a way, easy to follow and fall into the story. It just felt like it had those similarities. So if you're a fan of Percy Jackson, which a lot of people I know are, then I think you would enjoy Maya and the Rising Dark. My camera battery is flashing, but I'm not finished. But yeah, it felt similar in those ways. I definitely enjoyed it. If you're a fan of middle grade fantasy, then I definitely think you should give it a go. 3 stars is by no means a bad rating. As I say, it was very much on the cusp of becoming a 4-star. Since finishing that, all I have done is fish on Animal Crossing. That's not true, actually. I did spend a little while signing more petitions. And on that note, I am going to close off this vlog. Sorry that it's been such a short and pants one. As I was just saying about signing petitions, I am going to, again, leave a link down below to a resource for you to sign petitions for the Black Lives Matter movement. The resource where all of the petition links and donation links and everything are all collated together. Because although it may not be trending, it's far from finished. So I still encourage you, if you have not already, to sign the petitions and donate if you are able. As I say, just because the trending aspect of it is over, like, the fight is not won. There is still work to be done, and we are still accountable. We still have to do that work. So, do it. Carry it through your daily life. As I said last time, I'm gonna repeat it. Carry that message through your daily life. Black Lives Matter, and just because it's not all over the Twitter timeline anymore, does not mean that it's not still happening. Okay, thanks for watching this week's vlog, whatever sort of mess it's been. Fingers crossed next week is better. I don't know. I don't think it will be, because I have a bit of a task next week, so yeah, we'll tackle that next week. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and I will see you next time. Bye!